Today we're going to discuss signal transduction pathway. This is presented to you by the TFKR group. Signal transduction pathways occur in cells. Cells have receptors on the outer membrane. So what does a receptor look like? A receptor is a protein embedded in the cell membrane. The receptor has a part outside the cell and a part inside the cell. The first signal transduction pathway is the G protein. What does a G protein look like? The G protein is located on the inside of the cell membrane. It has three parts: the alpha, the gamma, and the beta. It causes gene expression. A ligand comes in and attempts to bind to the receptor. A ligand is a molecule that binds to the receptor and causes a chemical reaction. When a ligand binds to the receptor, the protein binds to the receptor. The GDP is then phosphorylated to GTP. Phosphorylation causes the G protein to split into two pieces: the alpha helix and the GTP, and the one piece, and the gamma and beta part of the second piece. The piece with the GTP molecule binds to another protein called the effector protein. This causes the GTP to hydrolyze back into GDP, and this energy is used to cause a response in another protein, resulting in protein amplification. This results in gene expression. The next signal transduction pathway is the protein kinase pathway. The protein kinase has a receptor, acts as a receptor and as an enzyme. The part of the protein that shrinks out into the side of the cell is called the kinase domain. The end result is a change in gene expression. The pathway begins with a ligand binding to the kinase. When this occurs, ATP molecules are hydrolyzed to ADP molecules. The phosphorus from ATP ends up on the kinase domain part of the receptor, causing a conformational change. The phosphorus molecules are transferred to them. The phosphorus causes a change in the protein, which causes the protein to pass on the phosphorus to other proteins, causing amplification. The end result is a change in gene expression. The last pathway is the NAK pump, which has 3 spaces for Na molecules and 2 spaces for K plus molecules. Such a pump is located in several places in our bodies, like the tail of a nerve cell. The NAK pump allows for nerve signals to be passed between nerve cells. The pump is also located in muscle cells. After a neurotransmitter binds to a receptor on the muscle cell, Na flows in. This causes depolarization, and the sodium-potassium pump then restores the cell to its original state. In the NAK pump, 3 Na molecules bind to the pump along with an ATP molecule. ATP is hydrolyzed to 1 phosphorus. This causes a conformational change, and Na is pumped out of the cell. 2 K plus molecules can now enter the ion channel. The K plus molecules are pumped into the cell thanks to the phosphorus being released. There are several ways that cells communicate with each other. There are paracrine signals where one cell binds to another. There are autocrine signals where a cell sends a signal to itself. There are also hormones when a ligand sends signals to glands. If you have no receptors, you would die because your cells would not be able to communicate, and therefore nothing would be coordinated. Any questions?